Hello friends, welcome back. I am CA Rahman Bhamani. Today we are going to discuss about Avanti Feeds Limited. Avanti started its commercial operations in the year 1993. Avanti Feeds is manufacturer of prawns and fish feeds. So it manufactures food which we give to the fish. If you people have fish tanks in your homes or in your friend's home, the fish need to be fed. The things which fish eats is manufactured by Avanti Feeds. And also Avanti Feeds is a processor and exporter of shrimp. Now what is shrimp? For those of you who don't know, so I have done a Google search. So this is a kind of fish which is eaten by people. So this is known as shrimp. So Avanti Feeds exports this kind of fishes from India. Avanti Feeds Limited has established joint venture with Thai Union Frozen Products PCL. Avanti Feeds has two subsidiaries. First one is Avanti Frozen Foods Private Limited, in which Avanti Feeds has 60% shares, and also Swimsan Export and Imports Private Limited, in which Avanti Feeds has 100% ownership. Now let us check who are the shareholders of the company. What is the shareholding percentage of the promoters of the company? So we are on BSC's website. Here you can see the shareholding pattern as on 30th June 2020. So this is of the promoters. So individuals and HUF are holding 13.94% share in the company. So these are the promoters. There are 17 individuals who are in total holding 13.94%. The highest among those are Alluri Indra Kumar, who is holding 6% stake, and Indra Kumar Alluri, who is holding 6.11% stake in the company. Also, Sanjeev Agrovet Private Limited is holding 3.11% stake, and Srinivasa Cystine Private Limited is holding 26.64%. So in total, all the promoters are holding 43.69% stake in the company. Here we can see the public shareholding. So mutual funds are holding 2.52% share in the company, in which Aditya Birla Sun Life is holding 1.87% stake. Foreign portfolio investors are holding 17.28% stake in the company, which includes PineBridge Global Funds, PineBridge India Equity, PineBridge Asia X Japan, and Thai Union Asia Investment Holding Company. So these are all the foreign portfolio investors who have invested in the company. Here, Andhra Pradesh Industrial Development Corporation is holding 2.72% stake in the company, which is a state government enterprise. That's why it is showing in this head as central government or state government holding. Overseas corporate bodies are holding 15.44% stake, who is nothing but the Thai Union Group Public Company Limited. It is holding 15.44% stake in the company. So this gives in total the public shareholding of 56.31%. Now let us look at the income statement of the company. We will be looking at last 5 years income statement starting from March 2016. All these figures are in crore of rupees. In 2016 the sales was 2018. In 2017 the sales was 2615. In 2018, the sales was 3,392. In 2019, the sales was 3,487. In 2020, the sales was 4,115. So you can see the sales figure is increasing continuously. Now let us look at the profit figures. So the profits in 2016 was 158. In 2017 it was 226. In 2018, yes, there was a big jump of almost 100%. In 2018, the profit was 465. In 2019, the profit was 306. In 2020, the profit was 385. So here also you can see that profit is increasing continuously year by year. Only there was an unusual high amount of profit in this year. Also, I would like to highlight one more point, which is interest. The company is paying very small amount of interest, 1 crore, 3 crore, 2 crore, 2 crore and 2 crore. So this indicates that company is not having any big amount of loans that company need to pay the interest, and so the company is not burdened with the interest payment every month or every quarter. This is a very good sign for the company that it is almost debt free company. Let us look at the quarterly figures also. We will be comparing last 5 quarters starting from June 2019, September 2019, December 2019, March 20 and June 20. So the sales figure was 1093 crores in June, and in September it was 1064 crores. In December 19 it was 922 crores. In March 20 it was 1034 crores, and in June quarter it was 955 crores. Let us also look at the profit figures. So the profit was 101 in June, then 126 in September, then 59 in December, then 98 in March and 115 in June. Let me remind you friends that this company produces seafood, which is an eatable item. So the lockdown impact was very minimal to this company because the product which the company sells comes into essential services. Then also we can find a little drop in the sales, but the company has maintained the almost same amount of profits. So you can compare June 2019 to June 2020, the profits has actually increased. Let us also look at the earning per share. Earning per share is the amount which the company is earning on one share. So on one share, how much the company is making profits is known as earning per share. So in 2016, earning per share EPS was 34.68. In 2017, it was 47.49. In 2018, it was 98.31. In 2019, it was 20.08. In 2020, it was 25.43. Friends, you must be wondering why there was a big drop over here. So as we had already discussed that 2018 was an unusually high profit year. So if you compare this 2017 with 2019, you can see there was a 50% drop, almost a 50% drop. So this was because the face value was reduced from 2 rupees to 1 rupees. So against one share, the shareholders had received 2 shares. So that's why earning per share has also half. The same impact is seen in the book value also. It was 84.67, 161.58, 253.19, 99.62 and 117.05. So here the face value had reduced, so book value will also get half. Against one share, the shareholder will be receiving 2 shares. So if you compare this 161 divided by 2, it will give you around 80 rupees. and in 2019 actually the book value was around 100 rupees. So you can see a growth, though it was after 2 years. Let us also look at the return ratios. So return on net worth in 2016 it was 40.95, then 33.93, 43.28, 22.68, 24.68. So you can see it is dropping, it is coming down, but still 24% is a very reasonable amount. And return on capital employed is, it was 39.83, 43.68, 58.92, 30.48 and 30.09. Here also you can see that it is coming down, but still this is a good number as compared to other companies. Now let us look at the chart of Avanti Feeds. So today on 7th October, the price closed at 506. In 2018 you can see, which was a unusually high profit year, the share price was almost, it had reached a high of 980. And here before COVID, that was in January February, the price was trading at around 700-750 levels. Then due to COVID, all the prices came down all the way down to around 250-300 levels. Then it started moving upwards and now it is trading at 506. Even though the company is performing better as compared to pre-COVID levels, so there is high chances that the prices also would reach pre-COVID levels of around 700 and 750. Friends, this video is made for information purposes only. I don't recommend to buy or sell any particular stock. Friends, if you have any suggestions or any questions, do let me know in the comment section. If you have any other view about this share, also let me know in the comment section. If you like my video, do hit the like button, share it with your family and friends, and subscribe to my channel if you are not yet subscribed, and hit the bell icon so that you will receive all the future notifications of my video. Thank you for watching.